You can see some of the results right there. It's 56%, like 56.1% on this domination of tricolor right here. And so it's, you guys know, of course, if you've just been playing in this recent Splatfest, fire, grass, water, it's really hard to beat Team Water on Sturgeon Shipyard. Once again, we're on this same map. It has been edited a little bit, you know, since Team Scissors, of course, was defending it. I was actually on that team as well, so I'm kind of no stranger now to being a defender, I guess, on this map. But finally, I got to credit, actually, Shambler and CK, and I think actually maybe Tater might have been part of it as well, but that's our 4-stack right here, the names of the other people at least, and they kind of cracked the code right here. So what they're essentially going to do, and we won't always see it, this is on the replays auto camera, so like, you know, we may miss certain things, but I think you're going to generally get it, and I'm going to commentate it here for you. So me, I was like always on the bridge pretty much. If there was something like this, missiles, I could put my shield, or I would at least be displaced temporarily, you know, and of course the rain cloud as well. But then I had Tater, so later Tater right there is also kind of one of our defenders as well, which is good. It's good to have two of us if, you know, for instance, I get splatted like I just did, but then CK and Shambler would split off. So Shambler, for instance, might take fire, just as a random example. CK might take grass, and so as long as they are doing a base invade, they kind of do, they were calling it a serpentine, you know, that's what Shambler at least was saying, was like the serpentine motion is kind of like an oval is how I put it, you know, you'd go in one direction and then come out on the other side. So, you know, you just go through the middle of their base and then come out the other way. And so I'm all the while making all these call outs in case one of them is close by. I'm saying, for instance, right here, I'm like, green's going for it, you know, the Bob Lobber on the top, like I'll just say kind of maybe team fire, top middle, you know, and then they'll know there's somebody there on that top middle platform that's basically to my left at this exact moment. But yeah, that's a really difficult position usually for someone to be in against us. Like, it's difficult for us, I should say, there on the bridge, but you're noticing that I'm actually able to kind of take that out, and that's really good because, again, usually that's very difficult for us as the defending team there on that bridge to deal with that at all. So you can see me just, obviously, it's very difficult to also see behind my head. I don't have eyes behind my head, so like me on the bridge right there, it's very chaotic. It's a position that I don't always feel good with, which is interesting because it is pivotal. It's really necessary to have someone defending that bridge, but it's also very much necessary to have somebody attacking in each base, you know? So, for example, you can divide and conquer, but let's say they actually did get the ultra signals, which they have not gotten yet, but let's say they did. Well, maybe our two attackers or one of our defenders like Tater could go and help out and take on that team that has the ultra signals, or at least one. And so in this case, it's kind of best case scenario though so far. We only have 30 seconds left approximately in this match, but that invasion strategy is working. Look, I think that was Shambler up there, was just straight up invading. CK and Shambler have almost, they have very similar weapons, very similar styles, and of course Tater and I have the same weapon, the Splatter Jr. Splat Jr. is definitely not my like preferably in terms of if I was doing a regular turf war, but in the, of course, defender's position for a tricolor turf war, man, the Splatter Shot Jr. is great. It's that bubbler, the big bubbler. I can just shield as I need. Has a little bit more staying power, like it's gonna be a little bit more straight. The burst does go slightly sideways, but it's not like an arrow spray, you know, or reflux or something like that, where it's not gonna have that turf potential. But look at this, 56.1% to their 21 there on grass, 17 on fire. That is absolutely nuts. So that is how we dominated in a tricolor as the defenders. Please click an end screen on screen to see another one, and thanks for viewing.